Hello everybody, Average Gamer here, and today we're going to be doing the October roadmap. That's right. That is tell him to go over here. This is what PGI has planned for the month of October. So with that in mind, we're just going to jump right into it and see what we can do. So first big thing that they're announcing for the game, obviously, is let's see here. We continue to both implement flare, feedback, and additional elements in regards to the PTS associated with the rebalancing. So that's the first thing. Rebalancing may not happen until the end of the month, or even beyond that. But there will be a basically another public test server launch later in the month again. So with that in mind, what's going on? Well, first things first. The first big thing is obviously the October 6th patch. What's happening on October 6th? Well, first things first, obviously. It's going to be the release of the Crab. Part of Resistance 2 is the Media Mech. You know, they're right now they're getting everything together, make sure the hitbox and all that stuff is pretty good to go. They really, apparently from the testing that they've done on it, apparently the low hitbox, like the low profile to it, apparently is really, really good, and a lot of people are liking it apparently in the test world, I guess. So there you go. The next thing is obviously the new map as well, the new Caustic Valley map. So the whole map's been reworked to a point. One thing they definitely wanted to say, other than the fact that it's been reworked, is the fact that it's been updated. Not so much reworked, it's been updated. Caustic Valley. So what does that mean? Well, there were a few geometry changes to improve cover in a few areas and to provide better LRM protection overall around the area of the Rim of the Cauldron, or the caldera, as I like to call it. Other than that, they didn't want to apparently redo or overdo much of the layout of the... Oh, let's go this way. Don't want to make too much of a problem here. Let's see here. They blah 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 blah. But didn't want to. Yeah, they didn't want to. So they didn't want to overdo any of the geometry or layout changes because they liked the way it was. It was one of those maps that was fair to a lot of people. And is it me, or is that building on our right missing textures? Wow. Okay, that was kind of weird. I'm gonna go right down Main Street here. Let's see here. So other layout changes. Yep. So basically, even though they figured it was one of their older maps, they decided it was, you know, it's an equal game, or it's an equal map. Everyone's kind of equal on it. It's not fair, so they want to tweak it too much. So basically, what they've done is they tweaked the graphics, some of the textures, knocked the little trees down. Obviously, they modified the one area to apparently where the was it the one spawn point where there's like the lava layers or whatever, or the poisonous pools or what have you. They updated that area to provide better cover. In addition, they're adding obviously the time of day, which is the big thing, obviously, right? Time of day. Time of day has been definitely the big thing in all the last few. Oh, I'm going to overheat. It's been the big thing, right? Now the next thing is obviously going to be the 2015 customer service the customer appreciation program. I'm not going to really get much into that in this video. The big thing we will be getting into is it's going to be a video all on its own, breaking down everything you're going to get. Lots of stuff people are going to get for free, obviously, from the game. So we're not going to go too far into that. On the fact that December 6th is the initial release for it, though, for those in the know, obviously, there will be additional content released on the 20th as well. In regards to that, because some things you're eligible up until the 20th. Then there's also going to be the usual for the September or the October 6th patch. Obviously, the half a dozen game improvements, mech select screen, and the ability to toggle leg orientation, the arrow, from the whatever it's called, the Academy. You'll be able to see down here the pointer. You can turn it on or off. Let's see here. You'll see it in the tutorial for use in live matches and the testing ground. So what we're in right now. Basically, it'll be on for default for new players, and then you can toggle on and off through the settings menu. Apparently, 3PV is now default for new players. Basically, makes more their advisement is it makes more consistent. It makes everything more consistent with what new players see in the tutorial. So basically, they're trying to make things kind of smooth from the time you download the game, open it up for the first time, and play in the Academy Bay. It's kind of a nice little smooth transition for new people. Let's up the speed here a little bit to let's go to 36 kph. Other than that, pretty much that's the main things for the 6, the usual game improvements. But as I said, the Crab, Caustic Valley, and the Customer Appreciation Program. Three big things. With that in mind, there will then be the October 20th patch. Now that is going to be a little bigger. Why I say, or more, I want to say bigger or maybe influential, maybe. The first thing, obviously, will be the last half of the Customer Appreciation rewards. There'll also be the delivery, or the deliverance of the Resistance 1 and Resistance 2 Blood Pack rewards if you qualified for them, which are pretty good. There obviously will be the Wolfhound, which is the light mech that will be released with this all as well. And the new Camo Select screen. It's going to be, let's put you into first person mode here. It will be released as well. So what are they doing with the new Camo Select screen? Well, apparently they don't really have any images or anything like that they've been able to share with anybody yet, even though it's coming out like in a couple days. 3 days from where I am right now. But apparently they're going to be redoing the entire UI, making it newbie friendly, so to speak. So that's definitely a good thing. Definitely a good thing. In addition to that, let's see here. They're going to make it more. They're going to make it basically just more user-friendly, basically. It's kind of shitty. I gotta admit, I don't really have a problem with it right now, so... I mean, I came from other games where, what it is, this wasn't even an option, so... I like it. But the main thing for the 20th patch is going to be the new min-max tonnage system, where basically, depending on groups of people that are playing, if you're playing in group or single, there's a tonnage limit now in I guess the overall group queue and solo queue, not community warfare. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's me downloading Muppet Treasure Island. One of my favorite movies. Gonna watch it with my girlfriend. So, anyways, so basically what they're gonna try and do is they're kind of, I don't know, hard to explain what they're trying to do, but basically they're trying to, I guess, trying to make the games a little bit more, I don't know, to be honest with you, what they're trying to do with the new tonnage system, but they're going to try doing something. And we're going to slowly work. No, why are you going backwards? You go now. There you go, buddy. There you go. Basically, they're trying to figure out ways to make the matchmaker less convoluted on itself, I guess, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much the main things there. What else? They pretty much broke down what the kind of placeholders are for the overall group sizes. So for a group size of 2, so say for example myself and the Baron there, which is usually what it is, hop into a match. We have to now pick mechs that are minimum, total combined the two of us, 75 tons, maximum 150 tons. So the two of us couldn't take, like we were able to back in the day when, say for example, when the King Crab first came out, we couldn't both take King Crabs. We wouldn't be able to. I don't think it's fair, but then again, there's really no 100-ton mechs coming out right now, so I don't see any problem with it, to be honest with you. And we're going to shut down again. So it's 75 min, 150 max for a group of 2, and then it goes up from there. It's 120 and 220 for a group of 3. Group of 4 is 200 and 285 is the max. 220 is the minimum for a group of 5. 365 is the max. So you kind of catch it, right? The final end-all to be-all is 600 minimum tons for a group of 12. and 795 for a group of 12. So you're probably thinking, what's the catch-22, right? Like there's always a catch, always a catch. Well, think about this: three groups. You get two groups of two, right? That's 4 players. Theoretically, three groups of 2. That's what? 150, 300, and then 450. So that's 6 players have a limit now of 450 tons if it's 2, 2, and 2. But if you drop in a group of 4, it's a maximum of 285 tons. So it's almost better for you to get in groups of 2 with friends and run with groups of 2, because you actually have, we'll say, the greater availability of what you can run. I mean, you can't both run 2 100-ton mechs, but at the same time, the game more supports the smaller groups now, where the big 8-man, 9-man groups would run in and just they wouldn't have more than 3 of one specific type of mech, but at the same time they would just stomp everybody because they've got everything all perfectly lined out. Just one thing I've noticed, but what can you do, right? So that's the big thing they're doing right now. They're taking feedback in the forums, but yeah. So basically, right now the definite advantage is for smaller groups. Whether that will pan out in the long term, who knows? Who knows? But we'll have to see how it turns out in the long run. Interesting. What else? That's pretty much it in total for the. We're gonna hake this guy into full I'm coming for you mode here. Boosh. We're gonna go right for the cockpit, first person mode. So that's pretty much. No. Where is the cockpit on this guy? Ah, right there. Well, you're dead. Next target, please. If you don't know what this map is, this is actually Boreal Vault. It's a community warfare map. I will be hopefully getting more community warfare videos out in the next little bit. I will not be 100% guarantee on that. It all depends on players and availability, basically, of myself and one MechWarrior spawner pilot. Ha! Basically, it depends on my my availability. Boosh! Killed you with an alpha. And I think that's it for this map. I think I gotta go down around this way. So yeah, this is a community warfare map. Attackers spawn over there, and defenders spawn where we started. There we go. So yeah, that's the overall roadmap for October. The only thing I don't like, well, I'm actually going to be talking about it in my my next video, is about the rewards that they're giving out for free to everybody. Now, first off, I'd like to say thank you very much for what they're doing. It's very, very appreciative in any form or fashion that they even recognize people nowadays. I mean, most companies nowadays they're like, we made our money. Like, look at the guys from League of Legends, for example. Their group, the game's free to play, but they don't really do much for the community other than set up big events, and then they do tournaments, but the tournaments are usually run by third-party companies, and basically they're resting on their laurels. They're just sitting there going, "Yeah, we made this game. This game is awesome," and we now they basically perfected the free-to-play model. But at the same time, that's it, right? They're just sitting on their laurels. They're not doing much other than that. So, with that in mind, I'd like to thank PGI for what they're doing. It's a smaller community, I know, but still, things definitely mean more to smaller groups than they do to big groups, right? Like if they, say just a simple thank you. Like even like last year I think we got some C-bills and, stuff like that, and, it's better than nothing, right? for people that are saying, they could have done better or whatever, please, you're playing a game that's free, first off. So, I mean, they're saying thank you to people who spent money to keep basically the lights on and keep the programmers programming, keeping the people in the office to work on said game. So, I mean, if you like the game, support it, right? So with that in mind, thanks for watching. I will see you guys all on the battlefield next time. Bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye.